So today I'm going to be telling you about my top 10 photo spots in Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Hello and welcome back! This video leads on from a previous video that I did reviewing my most recent trip to Walt Disney World. So as I said, I'm going to be telling you about my favourite photo spots. I'm going to give you a bit of a disclaimer to start with because a lot of these are Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is obviously the quintessential Disney park alongside Disneyland in California, which I actually haven't been to yet. I say yet, I'm desperate to go. So bear with me that a lot of these will be Magic Kingdom. So my first one has to be a castle photo in the Magic Kingdom. But most people take photos right in front of the castle, and at the moment they've got the 50th anniversary going on, so you can see the big 50th medallion, which is great. But actually my favourite spot to get a castle photo is just outside Sleepy Hollow. You go over the bridge as if you were going into Liberty Square and turn right to go round towards Fantasyland. On that walkway there is an amazing photo opportunity, and I'll put in a photo here of one of me and my sister from our previous trip. This is just such an underrated spot. It's where people tend to get amazing photos of the castle at sunset. You can see that it looks like there's nobody else there, and they often have a photopass photographer there as well. That's who took this photo. That is possibly my #1 spot in the whole of Walt Disney World, but it's definitely my favourite spot for having a castle photo. #2 is another Magic Kingdom classic, which is the Purple Wall. I am slightly biased. I love the Purple Wall. I recently bought a Loungefly backpack that is Purple Wall themed. It's a classic photo spot, and did you really go to Disney World if you didn't get a photo by the Purple Wall? At the moment, with the 50th anniversary going on, they actually have one of the gold statues there. I won't tell you which one it is in case you haven't seen it, but it looks really cool. It's different to the rest is all I will say. I suppose one other thing to say is that I have never seen a photopass photographer there, so you'll either have to get a member of your party to take a photo of you, grab a stranger, or see if there's some way you can prop your phone or camera, put it on timer. #2, definitely have a photo by the Purple Wall. I feel like #3 is a bit of an unknown one. I certainly wouldn't have known about it if I hadn't seen other people have this photo taken, and when my sister and I came across it on our last trip to Disney World, we knew what it was just because we'd both seen people having photos done before. Otherwise I think we'd have been a bit confused. #3 is the Tangled lanterns. Outside of the Tangled toilets in the Magic Kingdom, at night time there's a photopass photographer there with a lantern. We had 3 really gorgeous photos with this lantern, and to be fair, the photographer was amazing, the cast member directing us kind of what to do, and we just loved these photos. But as I say, I think probably because they're not there in the day, they're only there when it's dark, because, you know, this wouldn't have the same effect in the light. It's just not very well known, so spread the word, have your photo done here, and tell other people about it, because it's an amazing underrated spot. Next up is one that I don't think I knew about until it happened, and I'm still not really sure how we came across it. But at the back of the Sir Mickey's store in Magic Kingdom, which is, when you come through the castle, it's immediately on the right. It looks like it's got a Jack and the Beanstalk taking over it. But if you go in there, at the back of the store, there's a little photo studio. So if you've been to the studio in Disney Springs, it's really similar to that. And again, my sister and I got some incredible photos here, taken again by some amazing photopass photographers. I'll put a selection of them here so you can see them. But to be honest, I think all of them were fantastic. We were the only adults there. There were some children as well, and they all looked like they were having great fun. So I would definitely recommend this photo studio that's hidden away. Make sure you have your photo taken there because they're amazing. Leaving Magic Kingdom now, we're going to go over to Epcot for #5, and this is the bridge by the International Gateway / the France Pavilion. My sister and I got some photos here, which I'll insert. I feel like I look terrible. The location is gorgeous. It's overlooking the water, and now you'd have the Skyliner in the background perhaps. I just think it's a really lovely location to have your photo taken. It's kind of out of the hustle and bustle, and we had our photo taken towards the evening, so it doesn't look that bright and sunny and lovely. But I'm sure if you had it in the middle of the day, or I suppose late morning, so you're not all sweaty from your day, I'm sure it'd be an absolutely beautiful photo. For #6, we are popping outside of the International Gateway, and we are going over to the boardwalk. I was trying to narrow down somewhere in particular in the boardwalk, but to be honest, it's all beautiful. The boardwalk itself is beautiful. It overlooks the lake, which is beautiful. You've got Yacht and Beach Club to the side, which are also beautiful. I suppose kind of anywhere around that lake, and I'm sorry, I can't remember what it's called, but anywhere from kind of Yacht Club, Beach Club, boardwalk, it's just a really beautiful area. So I would definitely recommend going there and having your photo anywhere around there, basically. For number 7, we are heading up the river to Hollywood Studios. This has worked quite well, hasn't it? So for number 7, we are heading up to Hollywood Studios and we are going to Toy Story Land to take a photo next to the big Woody. As you can see from the picture here, my sister and I had a photo at night when he's lit up and it was really special. You can see that it's a photo that makes it look like the park is completely empty. This was taken by a PhotoPass photographer as well. I don't know if they take photos during the day. I'm sure that they do. Whether the lines get really long is something to bear in mind. But again, we had a great PhotoPass photographer taking some really great photos here. Something that's a little bit different, and the photos come out really well. For number 8, we are popping outside of Toy Story Land and turning right into Pixar Place. It's the little side street where you used to go into Toy Story Mania before Toy Story Land became a thing. I've basically suggested this because nobody goes down there because there's nothing there. I think previously they had, is it the Jack Jack Num Num cookie that was really popular? But I don't believe it's actually there anymore. So this section of the park is really quiet, and again, you'll be able to get those photos that don't have anybody else or barely anybody else in them. The street itself is really pretty. Obviously it used to be a part of the park that was quite busy, and so it's all well themed and everything. So if you can get down there, definitely have some photos because it's a really beautiful area and nobody goes there. Number 9, we're going over to Animal Kingdom for this one, and it's in front of Expedition Everest but across the theatre. So again, I'll put in a photo here just so you can sort of get a bit of an idea. My sister and I stumbled across this photo spot on our first trip to Animal Kingdom, and you can see it's a really lovely kind of background as well. I think you're far enough away from Everest to really be wowed by it. So again, this is another brilliant photo spot. There were only a couple of parties having photos here when we stumbled across it. But again, the cast member was amazing and we had some brilliant photos as well. And finally, number 10, we are going to head over to Disney Springs. There are a lot of good photo opportunities in Disney Springs, to be honest. So you've got any of the builds outside of the Lego store, the princesses outside of World of Disney. There's a little secret Winnie the Pooh area that I feel like nobody knows about because we've never seen anybody there. But my pick for number 10 is actually the Christmas scene. So just around the back of the Christmas store, as you're going towards the dock for Saratoga Springs and the Port Orleans resorts, there's this little scene which is Christmas characters singing carols, essentially. Again, I'll put in the photo here so you can see what it looks like. I just love the juxtaposition of Christmas cold and snow in Orlando. There's just something really special about it. And again, I think we came across this scene kind of by accident as we were exploring when we got off the boat from Port Orleans French Quarter and were going into Disney Springs. I don't actually remember seeing it the second time that we went to Disney World, so it must be quite well hidden. If you send out Christmas cards every year or make calendars with pictures of your kids for friends and family, this is the perfect photo to have for Christmas cards or for December in your personalised calendar. So would definitely recommend going to this spot. And then finally, I just wanted to give a bonus option because this is a photo that I really wanted last time we went to Disney World, but unfortunately we couldn't find any photographers at the right time. But they're super zoom photos. So they have, I know they have one in Magic Kingdom where you stand somewhere near the flagpole and basically it starts with like a normal close-up photo of you and then it zooms right out so you can see like the whole of Main Street basically, and then it zooms back in. It looks really cool. I think they have it at Animal Kingdom as well, and earlier when I mentioned the photo that has Expedition Everest in the background, I'm sure that that's a location where you can have this super zoom photo now, but as I said, unfortunately I haven't gotten around to it yet, so that is on my bucket list for next time when I go in 2023, and fingers crossed there will be photographers there to take these photos for me. And that's it. That's my top 10 and bonus number 11 photo spots in Walt Disney World. Please leave a comment to let me know what your favourite photo spot is. Do you agree with my list? Have I missed any out? Please do tell me, because as I said, I'm going back to Walt Disney World in 2023 and I would love to hear your thoughts on where I should get my photo taken. If you like this video, then please make sure that you press the like button below and also the subscribe button, especially if you are a big Walt Disney World fan like I am, because I'm going to be posting lots of Disney content in the future. So all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!